Morning, everybody. Little surprise morning stream here today with some Pauper. Is it control? Yes, it is. I'm going to make that joke a lot. Buckle up. All right, so as we know, a couple weeks ago, Gush, Daze, and Gitaxian Probe were all banned from Pauper. And my favorite deck, Blue Red or Is It Control, only played one of those cards and only played two of it. So I'm hoping that I can just replace the Gushes with an accumulated knowledge package and leave the deck otherwise mostly intact. I have not tried to run this deck in the new world yet. We might get completely crushed, but gotta figure it out somewhere. So, notable things about my list: no Delvers, extra counter spells in the main. Ooh, we found an opponent real quick. Nice. Pauper is famous for long wait times, but looks like we're right in here. All right, we got a fairy, both our colors, a counter spell, two cantrips. Life is good. It might be right to play two fairy seers in this deck to max out on turn one fairies. Oh god. Whoa. I don't like where that's going. Let's find a lightning bolt. I'm gonna preordain this turn. Next turn I can brainstorm with. Ooh, all these cards are real good. Next turn I can brainstorm with Ash Barons active if I need to. I hope we don't get ninja. That attack might have been aggressive. Or it might be fine. I'll only really regret it if we get ninja. I don't even care if we take 5 somehow. Oh no. I should have known. I played 2 turns and already punted. That's alright. We have Augur coming down. That can brick a ninja. I'm going to hold up Dispel and not try to spike a red card here. Got one anyway. Alright, Ninja is under control. They got one extra card off it. But their enabler was Jace's Phantasm, which basically doesn't have text. It's basically Flying Man. I'm going to say that and then die to it as a 5-5 in a few turns. Just wait. There it is. So now we can get a full value Brainstorm with our Shuffle effect. Oh yeah. That was not a great Brainstorm, I gotta tell you. Getting another island, you usually only need one mountain in a game. And I'm going to hold up. I don't want to get ninja again. A morph creature. Does anyone know what this is? It's probably Fathom Seer. Yeah, nailed it. That's the new Gush. I don't want to get gushed, even if it's a shitty excuse for a gush. I could bolt this ninja and start attacking with Augur, but I think that's too aggressive. Against mono blue, you're the blue red is the control deck, and the matchup's really positive as long as you don't mess up somehow. Okay, they don't have a land drop, so they have 6 spells in their hand. Let's have a ninja of our own. So our first accumulated knowledge. Accumulated knowledge storm is 1. Spread. Okay. All right, now that I have another answer, I am going to start attacking with Augur. Should have skredded. Alright, whatever. That's a fair trade. I think we can do better on Dispel later. I didn't play my land because we can still draw Brainstorm and turn it into a real spell. A ninja, for me, would start to bust this game open. Now they're holding up Counterspell. They shuffled with the Ponder. Still didn't hit a land drop. Alright, we were saying. Alright, so I'm going to skred this. I have Dispel, so we should be in good shape to navigate this turn. I'm going to make sure Ninja gets in by attacking with Miscreant too. Returning Augur. Now we're just in Card City. It's pretty sweet that we don't have to play around days, I'm not going to lie. Alright, so the coast is clear if they want to Ninja me back here. But I have Augurs and Bolts, so they get to draw a card, but it's not the worst. Yep, here it comes. That was never not happening. We're going to hit their land drop. Lucky. Spire Golem. Alright, we're going to need a skred for that one. I'm going to dig. Raw dig. Alright, what sees the most cards? Alright, I'm going to Augur first. I could Preordain or Miscreant. Preordain sees more cards. There it is. It's got a Demonic Tutor for your spreads. I'm going to leave back both Augurs. I don't want them to be able to connect with like a Vapor Snag or something stupid. Get to go off with Miscreants next turn. Uh-oh. A Fathom Seer finally resolved. This is pretty cool, just mono blue control over here. Alright, it's a 5/5. Yeah, I guess in this matchup, this is going to be a 5/5 eventually. You go through a lot of cards. And now we need another skred. Go Miscreant Army. This is second Bolt also does it because we have double red now. But I would certainly rather just skred. Accumulated Knowledge has been pretty messed up. Here we go. Ancestral Recall. And the Miscreant Parade has arrived. 4 for 4. Alright, we don't have any attacks because they have a 5/5. We can chump that forever with Miscreants, though. This is cool technology, though. I might consider that. I'm not sure if it's better than Miscreant. Like, being a 5/5 versus we just... 3 of these were cantrips. Yeah, Phantasm definitely changes the dynamic of this matchup. Because in the past, you just needed like a skred or two to get through those fire golems. But now they have this other giant flying creature. We don't need this. And we'll get this with Expanse. We're going to see a lot of cards here. So there's a trick where you can ponder and then stack your deck to make sure that your auger hits. Just spells in my hand. I'm just going to keep digging for a spread. There's 2 left. We're probably going to need them both. Accumulated knowledge, casual draw 4. I wonder if they're going to deck me. I'm pretty close to being able to go wide, though. See, they have 5 blockers. Oh God, here comes another one. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, 9 attackers. Number of illusions on the battlefield. Okay. That's what this deck is doing. They're an illusion tribal deck. Wow, that's sick. Alright. Good job, opponent. Alright, let's draw our 4 cards here. Still no spreads. They gotta be somewhere, right? I know they're in the deck. Alright, there's one. I'm gonna get rid of Jace's Phantasm here. Pretty sure there's nothing they can do about this. Like, what card in the format even exists? Mutagenic Growth isn't enough. We gotta watch out for Mutagenic Growth, though, if we try to bolt anything else. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attackers. 3 damage will get through. Put them to 7. They're not quite dead to bolt. Put them 7. So I can ninja. I think I'd rather bolt a creature. I'm gonna have to discard anyway, so bolt is like not quite free, but like it does cost me a thing. I could zap Fathom Seer or Phantasmal Bear. Phantasmal Bear will definitely die. Yeah, I like that. Now we have 2 counter spells up. Actual counterspell and spell starter sprite, where X is 35. 1, 2, 3, 4. X is 5. So the spell starter sprite should get anything they cast. I guess not Spire Golem. Alright, you can't have another 5/5. I'm gonna dispel that because they know about the dispel. Ooh, foil. Bummer. Wasn't ready for foil. Alright, they got another 5/5. We're gonna have to go wide here. There's 1 lightning bolt left in my deck and 1 spread. How bad is attacking with everything here? If we attack with everything, we get to put 3 ninjas into play. 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, we're not even dead on the backswing. Let's go. The Illusion Tribal, surprisingly good here. If they're blocking my Miscreants, that's smart. Right, first ninja, replace an augur. Second ninja, replace another augur. This is also pushing a ton of damage. Like they're going to be at 4. I'm not sure if we can win this. Alright, if we can get one more damage in somewhere, we might be able to survive. There's a spread in my deck still. There it is. I'm going to spread their 5-5 right now. If they have another foil, it'll cost them their whole hand. Okay, they had another foil. It's not a huge deal. We should be able to push one damage in next turn and then also protect it, I think. There they are, Hellbent. So I have one counter spell here. I'm going to ponder to try to find another one. Like, there should be 3 spells that are still in my deck. Alright, yeah, they packed it up. We did it! What's up? Someone OPK. Thanks for hanging out. Alright, Pyroblast should make this matchup pretty laughable. Electrickery. Is Electrickery good? No, they had a lot of 1-3s, 2-2s, 2-4s. No, I don't like Electrickery in this matchup. Dispel's good. Augur's insane. Accumulated Knowledge. We went all the way in. We drew 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Drew 10 cards off Accumulated Knowledges that game. That was great. Alright, Spread's really important. Bolt is probably also important. What do we need less of? I think we can trim on counter spells. Ninja's important. Sprite's important. Maybe I just cut all the counter spells because we have Pyroblast and Dispel, which counters everything that isn't a creature. We have Spread to remove the creatures. Pyroblast also doubles as Spread for a lot of the creatures. Only Spire Golem ignores Pyroblast entirely. Can't cut Augurs. They had a lot of boltable creatures, and they had a very boltable face. Stormbound Geist is coming in, so we might be able to trim on other threats. Miscreant was great. Normally I trim Miscreants, but it was so good in that matchup. This is tough. Maybe I can go one less Bolt, because now we have all these Pyroblasts. Ninja's the most important card in the matchup. Alright, I'll go one less Miscreant. Alright, let's go. Notable in that game, they cast Foil twice, and while it did counter an important spell, it also took them from 7 cards in hand to Hellbent. Like, right away. So, Foil, not always great. Phantasmal Bear. I think I'm just going to bolt this thing. That's a pretty good Ninja Enabler. Let's make sure they don't do that. The next turn I can Miscreant. Ooh, they missed their land drop. Yeah, foil when you can't refuel. Just like someone OPK just said. Like, not that great. Alright, I'm going to leave a Sprite because they missed their land drop. Bang. Don't have to worry about days. I'll take it. And they conceded on the spot. Nice. Good start. Let's get in another one here. Yeah, so they had Fathom Seer in their deck, which is like a pretty reasonable replacement for Gush if you're at some mono blue deck. If you have enough islands. I don't know, I was scared of it. This hand I cannot keep. This one isn't even worse. All right, we got one. All right. Basking Rootwalla. Not sure how I feel about that yet. I don't want to play against the green-black deck. All right, we're not playing against the green-black deck. We're playing against the Stompy Foots deck. Oh, if only we had Mountain. I'm definitely fetching Mountain here. Maybe I should have done that the other way so I could cycle with my island. But I was doing the math that I play a lot more islands than other things. We're not going to have time for accumulated knowledge this game. All right, so next turn we can Bolt Rootwalla and then Spell Stutter the Rancor on the way back down. Not sure if we're going to have enough time for all that. Uh-oh, another one. Best card in their deck. Okay. And that's still a lot of damage, but it's not as bad as it could have been. I'm going to Bolt on my turn in case they have a pump spell. That slows it down a little bit. Yeah, we're not exactly safe here. Like, they still have 4 power in play, and we're at 6. Nest Invader, sure. Yeah, being on the draw with a rough mulligan did not help this already bad matchup. Definitely not attacking. Yeah, I love cookies. Good morning. Yeah, I was going to play this Pauper League anyway, and I figured I might as well just boot up for it. Alright, we are required to block here, or else we lose. We're also being very smart casting lots of 2-drops. Yeah, we're dead. Time to boot up the Sandstorms. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Alright, Sandstorm's in. I like Echoing Truth. Don't think any of these other cards are particularly helpful. Electrickery can get like some things, but not. It's not a sweeper. Like most of their things are X2s. Alright, every red card stays in the deck. Accumulated knowledge might just be too slow. So we have ninjas, augurs, spell stutters. Is Electrickery better than any of these other cards? And they do have instants in their deck. They have pump spells. Now I'm cool with this configuration. Well, Hydroblast can hit Emissary. Is that too cheeky? Like bringing in a counterspell that only hit, it also kills it when it's in play. So maybe that's worth doing. It might be better than actual counterspell. I don't know if I want both. I'll try one. Alright, let's do this. Let's keep a good hand. This matchup is kind of scary, but it's also like fine. Not like this. Okay. Alright, well, we don't have red cards or red mana. This hand might be terrible. think I have to brainstorm first. All right, rewarded. Dispel can take a break. And action and counterspell. I should probably just play Miscreant here. Or Preordain. Like, they're not going to cast an instant this turn. They're going to cast instants in the mid game after they have creatures in play. I think Preordain's better. Bury these cards we don't want. Alright, Spellstutter Sprite is great. Fair and square in for 2. I like that. What's up, Ride or Die? Yeah, I was gonna play this Pauper League anyway. I'm not really doing anything right now, and figured I might as well put it on stream. I'm gonna be on vacation for the next 2 weeks. Like, I have one vacation, then a different one, back to back. So, uh, streaming is gonna be sporadic at best, unfortunately. So I figured I'd get one in. I do not play Moto a lot off stream. And normally I just don't have time, but being on summer break right now, awesome. The old brick auger. Being on summer break right now opens up a lot of opportunities. Alright, so breaking off auger was rough. I'm glad they targeted Sentinel with this. I guess that pushes 2 extra damage in this turn. Not going to block here. Right, yeah, we need to find a Sandstorm pretty quick. And get Threshold also. Pauper is pretty great. It's a lot like Legacy. In many ways, it's better. It has all the depth of decision making that Legacy does, without any bullshit. Like, you're not just gonna die to Belcher or get hit with a Chalice on 1. Alright, we're into blocking mode now. Pit Skulk is actually really rough, because I can't chump it or double block it. I will double block this Sentinel if it comes in. Yeah, all common cards. Those are the rules. Double block this. I go to 6, so I am dead on board next turn, as they say. But blocking is important because it could start to fill up my graveyard with cards in case we draw Sandstorm. So after this combat, there's going to be 4. We fetch to 5. Yeah, we're basically at Sandstorm or bust here. Mutagenic Growth. Who's that targeting? Targeting Nettle Sentinel. Let's counter that. That could have been bait. Like, maybe they just, like, kill us by pumping their other cards now. Who knows? This deck is super rough. If your draw doesn't come together quickly and correctly, it's pretty easy to get run over by Stompy. We also have not seen any red cards this game, which matters a lot. Yeah, being at 6 against a pit skulk is bad news. Basically, like any pump spell on this thing kills us. Yeah, ride or die. I played Survival in the Vintage Super League one of the weeks this past season. That deck was great. It didn't perform well in my particular pod, but I definitely feel like Brassman. All right, we're gonna need an Echoing Truth here or a spread. Brassman had Ancestral Recall both games, and my match against Randy was a heartbreaker. All right, so we are just dead. Oh well. Things need to line up right to beat Stompy. This matchup is really scary. And then I'm pretty sure like I just bricked on a creature for like 5 turns in a row against Randy when he was doing nothing. And then he managed to like not run a runner, just like Monastery Mentor into Dax Steel Hollow One into Dax Steel Hollow One. Brassman, my deck fell apart game one, and then he had his Surgical Extraction. He found it off. It was the last card he drew off Ancestral Recall in game one or game two to stop me from destroying him. I forget who my other matchup was, but I think I also just like mulliganed to 4 or something. It did not was not a good showing for the deck. The deck is really good though. Yeah, that damn Surgical Extraction. That was the only card in the entire league that night that I was worried about. Pauper's doing well, Yellow Dark. We are 1-1. We beat the good matchup in Mono Blue Illusions, and we lost to the rough matchup in Stompy. So, despite the bans, nothing's really changed so far with my deck. We got bogged. That's right. It's Augur time. Wow, Augur into Ninja. If we find Dispel off this Augur, life is gonna be sweet. The old brick Augur. Feels bad every time. Modern Horizons has a ton of sweet new commons. This deck might want 1 or 2 Fairy Seers as just another 1-drop that is a fairy. I didn't try to make room for them yet in this list. Like, I just... Oh, this matchup is rough. Alright, we're going to hit him with a ninja, though. So we'll take that. Yeah, so the ban list update and Modern Horizons have both happened since the last time I streamed Pauper. I'm finishing up a Pauper League in Pittsburgh. We have a local paper IRL Pauper League that is still, it's like a match a week until we have a winner, basically. And we are still finishing off the end of the old ban list. All right, so I'm just going to hold up Counterspell here. I have accumulated knowledge that can draw cards at instant speed, but turn 4 is the most important turn for these black-white decks. They could cast Guardian of the Guild Pact or Pestilence this turn. I don't care about Echoing Decay. That's fine. That's a 1-for-1. They traded 2 mana for 1 mana. I just don't want to get... I don't want to tap out for a 2-drop until I have 3 islands. Alright, yeah, I don't care about that. Right, we gotta find an island. Alright, Ponder, save me. None of those are islands. So I'll shuffle. Alright, cool. We found an island. We worked really hard for it, but we got there. It's also possible that I'm just getting buried by trying to play scared. Alright, that card is rough. Like, it's going to slow down our clock a lot, but as long as they don't get one of those giant stupid engines online, should still be able to pressure it out. This matchup is bad, though. Make no mistake. Wow, back to back. These are the most bricks augers I've ever had. I don't remember if Mana Burn existed when this card was printed. Ah, shit. They have main deck Duress. So now they get to Duress me and then cast a Guardian, and then I lose. Or Palace Sentinels. That's also bad. Yeah, this Talisman used to just, like, pay for itself, but now it's just, like, real good. Oh, so we can spread the Sentinels. I'm going to try to find a counter spell. Because if we can protect stealing the Monarch, cool. Could be a big game here. They got rid of Mana Burn because it's dumb. That's the short answer. Like, it doesn't make sense to new players or basically anyone. Like, it's just like this thing we had to exist with. It didn't add anything good to the game. It was just like this confusing moment for new players, and like, it also restricted deck building and it restricted card design. Right, there's the Guardian. It's a Spectre. Unmake. Okay. We are thoroughly unmade. God, this matchup's bad. Put these two back. I forgot I was the Monarch for a sec. This is never going to happen again. Yeah, the combat damage on the stack also didn't make a whole lot of sense. There's just another one of those things that's like, why is this here? Right, let's go. Monarch. For being as back and forth as this Monarch's been, we are not gaining much ground. Because they have the two Talismans and the Guardian, I don't know if we can actually get through this. Yeah, combat damage on the stack and Mana Burn were both just like, they were not skill testers, they were just like, do you know how this works testers? Which Magic smartly decided they didn't want to be part of. Like, that's not the best way they can be using their cards. Alright, this doesn't counter this, but it does eat this instead of Ninja. They had it all. It's kind of hilarious how bad this matchup is. Like how every one of their cards lines up so well against yours. And now they don't need to do anything anymore. They can just like sit behind their Monarch and Talismans. They don't even need to attack. Alright. I've seen enough. We can't beat that. Alright, so what's good? Stormbound Geist is good. Echoing Truth, it can clear out a Pestilence. I'm not sure if Relic's good. Sometimes these decks care about their graveyard and sometimes they don't. Lightning Bolt is not good. Basically doesn't have any targets. Spread can kill Palace Sentinels. Accumulated Knowledge might be great here. Well, like, combat damage on the stack just didn't make sense. Like even flavor-wise, like, okay, so I block your Grizzly Bear. My Goblin Piker shoves its spear forward at the bear. The bear starts moving its claw forward at my creature. And now I can bounce. You can bounce your bear, but it still swipes my piker. Like, why does that make any sense? That's not how anything else in the rules worked. Like, if I tap my Prodigal Sorcerer to deal 1 to you, and you bolt it in response, you still take 1. Like, that's how, like, spells work. That makes sense in that way, because the thing is already in motion, but, like, why does it make sense that, like, my physical monster that's here to punch your physical monster doesn't actually need to be present in at the moment of punching? Yeah, it's really unintuitive and doesn't really add anything. Oh, this matchup's so hard. Alright, one less spread. And I wish I had a nulls in my deck. I usually do. This build does not have a null, unfortunately. Yeah, like the epic battle of Sarah Angel crashing into some scary demon, and it's just like, in response to damage on the stack, I'll unsummon my demon. Your angel still gets mauled by my demon's claws that no longer exist. But my demon is safe in my hand. Dumb. Alright, I'm going to keep the Ponder because it sees 3 cards, up to 4 cards next turn. Just trying to hit my land drops. If I can play a turn 3 Stormbound Geist, that's one of the best ways to beat this deck. Because Stormbound Geist is almost true name Nemesis in this format. Oh no, not like this. Fuck. Alright. We're just missing land drops against our Nightmare matchup. They're going to take our Ponder. No. And we drew a backup Scred. We didn't want the first Scred. It's possible Scred shouldn't even be in the deck. Maybe it should just be Lightning Bolt. Because Bolt can go face in a pinch. Land or cantrip, please. Alright. We're getting there. Yeah, but just missing that one turn. Like, if we hit our land drop last turn, we spell stutter that duress. Right. Very different game. Alright, so they have Bajuka Bog in their hand, but they played Swamp instead. That makes me quite sure they have a removal spell. But I'm going to run this out there anyway to bait it. Now they're going to think, do I just want to kill this? Or do they want to let me ninja and then kill the ninja? Alright, they tried to get clever. Joke's on them. I'm not going to ninja this. Take 1. Oh, they did it the worst. There's no way to fix this. Yeah, once the thing is attacking and unblocked, it is too late. All right, now we have Stormbound Geist. So they could have Journey to Nowhere. That's like the only super clean answer to Geist in the format. Yeah, it's really important to read what your opponent's doing and do the thing that they are not well equipped to deal with. Like that turn, I could have put my ninja straight into a disfigure, but I just didn't instead. All right, so they're going to dead weight, and then they probably also have an edict. So if we drew a land there, we could have ninja'd and protected it with Sprite. All right, I can Sprite or AK at instant speed. So if they have an edict, I'm just gonna let them get rid of this. Like I could Sprite in response to try to sack the Sprite instead of the 3/3, but they already played like they had this figure in their hand. Ooh, they discarded a Pestilence. That's sweet. I like seeing those go away. All right, so like I said, they've already shown me that they have Disfigure, so I'm just not gonna play into it. So it's nice that we get to work our AK. I would just play Harlan's list. JW Hala. Uh, Harlan is smart and successful with the list. I streamed his list with updates earlier this week. I played it Monday night. I also did a Delver stream last week. Those videos are both on YouTube if they're not still on Twitch. All of those links are on my profile somewhere. All right, here's the turn where they duress me, strip my counterspell, and then cast a 4-drop I can't beat. Yeah, this hand is pretty bad against the matchup that's already pretty bad. Yeah, AK and Vintage was a simpler time. Speaking of AK, let's ponder into a counterspell. All right, so we didn't find a counterspell. I'm gonna try to shred through my deck with a bunch of cantrips here. Yeah, grow a Tog. A simpler time. And there's the Sentinels. We hates them. It's also the only target for shred in their whole deck, so I'm gonna crack it off. Ooh, Geisterino. As far as creatures we could draw off the top to try to pressure the Monarch, that's a good one. Though if they have instant speed removal, they can just do it on my turn, which stops Geist from attacking. Pestilence does a pretty good job of that too. Now, Pestilence is such a dick. All right, let's see if we can wiggle into a combat step here. Go to attackers, go to attackers. Shit. All right, they know how to do this. Bummer. I could spread my own Geist here to kill Pestilence, but I'm not sure if that's actually good. Probably not. Like, if they cast a creature this turn, they won't have mana to Pestilence. Oh, now they will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Spread is the only card in my hand you can take. So if they play Guardian here, now they can't Pestilence if they also Guardian. Alright, looks like they're cool losing their Pestilence. Alright, give them perfect information with that land drop. Let's see. Let me attack. Wow, they're letting me attack. I can't wait. Alright, I'll let the first one resolve. And I'll let the second one resolve. We're not in blocks, we're in attacks. Shit. Shit. Thought we had them. Yeah, we had to go to blocks for that to work. Right, get rid of Pestilence at least. Yeah, it is. Like I said, it is just mind-blowing how bad this matchup is. Like, I don't know if this deck can ever beat just, like, Burn, but it certainly beats the control decks handily. Izzet, sure. Alright, what are the chances their 6 cards in hand have no removal spells? Pretty good, right? Alright, Castigate. There's so many discard spells too. They're already flashbacking. They're double spelling with. They spent 9 mana last turn, and we have nothing in our hand. All right, we got a card. We're on the board. Accumulated knowledge, save me. Yeah, accumulated knowledge, keeping us in this game. Not really. Maybe we can deck them with their own monarch. Though, despite them being the monarch for most of the game, we're only a few cards behind them. These Screds have been so bad. They probably just shouldn't even be in the deck. Maybe I should have 2 or 1. Oh, bones. Alright, my plan is to deck them with the Monarch. We're 25 turns out. I guess I draw 2 cards a turn. We're 13 turns out. Uh-oh. Oh wait, I can kill that. Got my 1-outer to that thing. Scred's looking pretty good now. I'm not cracking this Terramorphic Expanse in case I draw Brainstorm. Like, ever. They also have less life than me, so they can't burn me out with Pestilence. Oh no, my accumulated knowledges. I love you. I miss you. That's rough. 2 Bajuka Bogs. What a maniac. Absolute maniac. Gotcha. My hand's a brick. Oh, now they have two talismans. Circle protection blue. Alright, yeah, they came ready for this matchup. Yeah, lately I've had a null in my sideboard, and this must be an old list that I started building off of and just forgot. A null is really good. There's that brainstorm we were talking about. Alright, tuck this ninja back into the deck. It's not going to help. So basically my plan here is counter things that matter. Like I would counter a Guardian of the Guild Pact. I would not counter Pestilence. Maybe decking them actually just is my plan. I don't know. I'm holding two counter spells here. Tashism, thanks for the follow. Glad you're here to join us with a little Thursday morning Pauper. I'm going to counter this just so they don't know I have another counter spell. All right. We're setting up for the next brainstorm. We got a card we don't want and a shuffle effect. I'm out of Modern Horizon packs. We busted them all yesterday. Maybe I can bust a treasure. We'll see. Too good. I really wish my deck had exclude in it right about now. Alright, I hope they duress me. Yeah, we busted 2 boxes of Modern Horizons on stream over the past week in honor of new followers. Alright, so they are at a high enough life total where they can burn me out with Pestilence now. Got him again. My hand's trash. That'll teach you. Shit. They had a Guardian. And a Pestilence. Alright, yeah, now they can easily burn me out from here. Alright, we made a good run. That matchup is so abysmal. Alright, let's fire up again. Let's get a good matchup. So I got a Force of Negation, 2 Prismatic Vistas, an Urza, a Yawgmoth, an Altar, no Hogox. We got, oh, I have the stack of rares right here. Alright. I guess we can review the box at least. Alright. Straight to the hand cam. So we got Stepmom, Sisay, some Astral Drifts. We got an Archmage's Charm. I don't know if this card's playable, but here it is. Bizarre Trade Mage. This card's probably pretty cool. We got an Echo of Aeons. Alright. Urza. Big money. Oh, we have an opponent too. So we can review the box later if we care. These matches have been firing really quickly. That's probably good for the good sign for Pauper. They were taking a long time to fire before the ban list. Oh, an Astrolabe deck. Our opponent is really cool. Astrolabe is definitely a Pauper card that I could see getting a lot of traction. Like, that's an effect that a lot of Pauper decks wanted anyway, and now it costs 1 instead of 2. Alright, I'll get my own snow mountain. Show him how to snow mountain in style. Though I do think these snow mountains are nicer than mine. These are OGs, but wow, are they ugly. The Easter Island heads always have a place in my heart. What's up? Reese Owen? Are we actual cousins? Are you one of my real cousins? Do I know you? Oh, Reese Owen is Clarice. All right, yeah. What's up? I figured it out. All right, so I'm going to preordain and hold up Spell Stutter Sprite. I work with no patience. That's great. So time to watch Magic streams. I think most people watching right now are probably at work, unless they're in a very different time zone, unless we have Europeans hanging out. All right, instead of just running out Spell Stutter, I'm going to Augur and protect it with Spell Stutter. Ooh, Dispel is hot. That'll protect my ninja. I hope this works. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to work. All right, a 2 for 2. And Augur drew a card, so we're up a card on that exchange. Moan of the Unhallowed, sweet. That's awesome, Lo. It's nice when you get to watch Magic streams at work. I don't get to do a whole lot of that, but it is super sweet when it's an option. Alright, I don't need this many ninjas. Or this many lightning bolts. Yeah, this is going to be quick, this league. I'm just doing one league. Miscreant, go. Alright, let's see if they respect the Miscreant. I hope they don't. But they should. Yeah. Lame. I don't know what's in their deck, so I'm just going to spread one of these zombies. Nice. Alright, I can run out this ninja. I can counter an instant. And I can spread a zombie. And maybe we can connect with a ninja next turn. Yeah, they knew about this Dispel. One of the Unhallowed is so sweet. I have never seen this in a Pauper deck. What was this reprinted in? It must have been in not Horizons. I don't know. Must have been a Modern Master set. Some set that I wouldn't have opened or drafted very much of. If they have another Moan, our ninja's never connecting. Alright, that was their draw for the turn. That's pretty obvious. Alright, one-time dealer. Don't have a removal spell. Let me in. Let me in. Yes. Feel like we just got away with something there. Might be playing into an Evansar's Justice. But I'm not sure if they would put that in the same deck as Mona the Unhallowed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. They're still one short of flashing back either of their things. These both cost 7. They couldn't answer Ninja last turn. Let's hope they still can't this turn. No, don't do stuff. Fleet Coven Vampires, what the shit? Okay, Metalcraft Drain Vampire. Come on, Lightning Bolt or Scrud. Alright, we got looks. S86002, thanks for the follow. Alright, come on, any red card. Red card off the top. Alright, we got more looks. Show me a red card. Bottom, red card. We're not dead yet. Red card? Lame. Alright. They're going to get to block one of our ninjas. God, we had so many looks at 5 outs. I think if we drew Lightning Bolt there and just draw 2 cards, we're never losing. Oh, they found their 7th mana though, so Mona the Unhallowed's coming back. Oh, and they can start doing this with buyback? Gross. Alright, our chance to win this game is over. Ponder for Lightning Bolt. Oh, we were so close. Alright, Stormbound Geist is going to be good here. Gorilla Shaman's going to be good. Relic's good. Hydroblast might be good. They showed me some red cards. They had Terminate and Spread at least. Their win conditions are probably black, but this can help me stay ahead. So maybe Miscreants can simmer down. They're probably bringing in Electrickeries and Red Blasts. Do I want a Sandstorm? Maybe I do. I'll bring in 1 Sandstorm. I don't know if that's right. I don't know how many we actually want. There's so many cards in my deck still. Alright, 1 less Ninja. Yeah, the AK package takes up a lot of space compared to Gush. Like, this used to be cuttable cards, but now it's not. Alright, Gorilla Shaman might just be bad. Might not be good enough. And they didn't give me a lot of spread targets. Like, I don't really want to be spreading a 2/2 zombie that they have 2 of. So maybe Relic's too slow. I'm going to just try to tempo them out. Feels weird to cut an AK, but I'm going to do it. There's a good chance they bring in some sort of graveyard hit because they saw an accumulated knowledge. It's also a good chance they just have Jukabog in their deck. Alright, this hand's good. Presentable. We got both colors. We can draw cards. We find an island, we can Geist. Geist is so good against these sort of decks. If they can't Red Blast it on the way down, then it's going to take a lot of resources to kill. Let's go on Ninja. That wasn't a Ninja. I should have pondered before I played my land in case we find a Terramorphic Expanse. Alright, we found an island though, so we're good. We're on track for a turn 2 Stormbound, or turn 3 Stormbound Geist. Alright, so they can't Red Blast this turn. And now we're in Geist Town. Let's see if they can beat this thing. It's going to cost them 2 cards to do it. Oh no, Magma Spray! They're so smart. JK, they built their deck correctly to play around that. That technology is hot. I've never seen Magma Spray in a Pauper deck before. Alright, so now we can counter something that if they do something we care about, we can counter it. If they don't, we can accumulate a knowledge. Oh, that Magma Spray was good. That one's too good. Ooh. It's time to accumulate some knowledge, team. Alright, that's why I left Lightning Bolt on top. But we also have Spread, so we can just be even more efficient with mana. I really didn't need another one of those. Not at all. Augur for AK? Ooh, Augur for AK. Loaf, I'm finishing this match and the next one. I'm just doing one league, and then I'm done. Just a quick little morning hangout. Accumulated knowledge. This is the last one, too, because I shaved one. Hope it's good. Yeah, there it is. It's kind of lucky having all 3 in my top 20 cards in my deck. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll have 7 mana next turn, which means they can start moaning and edicting from the graveyard. Draw some cards. Well, where are my land drops? I have 8 cards. Ponder, hope to find an island. Alright, cool, we did it. We can counter this Moan, and then next turn stick Augur with Dispel and Spellstutter Sprite back up. Then we can turn into a Ninja on the following turn. I'm not sure if I need to be counterspelling those, but I'm doing it. Well, there goes Stormbound Geist to the bottom of the deck. We're going to want a shuffle effect sooner than later. We want that thing in the mix for sure, even though they showed me the crazy Magma Spray technology. How many of these could they possibly have? Alright, a 4-3 with no abilities. Spread, dead, redemption. Alright, here's that shuffle effect I wanted. I'm going to shuffle before combat. Even though we have Brainstorm, I still think I'd rather do it that way to maximize my chance of finding Geist. Alright, they have 3 cards in hand and we have 2 counter spells, so odds are probably good this ninja's going to connect. Alright, cool. They didn't even put up a fight. Now we have 2 dispels. The Augur will protect us from Edict. Put Lightning Bolt in hand. That can answer the Vampire. I'm glad we didn't bring in Mox Monkey. It has had 0 targets this game. There's one. Could we have done that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could actually destroy this with Gorilla Shaman somehow. We have so much mana. This is a lot of mana. Chainer's Edict. Okay. We were prepared for that. We had an extra creature in play. Still have an extra creature in play. Now we got lots of creatures in play. Hydroblast. And 7 cards in hand. Don't even have to discard. Perfect. So we can Spell Stutter, Dispel, and Hydroblast all this turn. That won't help against like a 4-mana black sorcery. Astrolabe. I'm okay just cracking out the counterspell on this. This keeps them away from Metalcraft. And it stops them from drawing a card. Dispel this. Yeah, they took their shot with Electrickery there. Ooh, Pestilence. Shit. Alright, you got me. It still leaves Augur in play. And I have 2 bolts, so they have Talisman though. Alright. I was not expecting this to be a Pestilence deck. Maybe I should have. I don't know. That was crazy. But now I have 3 bolts. Alright, Augur, go. They're going to take 3 here. Oh, they went to blocks. That's a mistake. Alright, so if I can brainstorm into another ninja. Oh, they just didn't even do it. Weird. Okay, I'll take that too. I think they may have noticed their mistake in blocks. Yeah, if I had a ninja there, we could have just punished them for that misplay. Alright, so I'm going to Spell Stutter this. They can Pestilence in response, but that deals 1 to them. And all I'm trying to do right now is deal damage to them. If they know about 1 of these bolts, I'll keep the other 2 a secret. Alright, we found a shuffle. Oh, we have Augur also. That's an even better shuffle. Ash Barrens and Dispel on top. I should have put Hydroblast on top. I'm playing bad, fast and loose, because they already knew about Hydroblast. Now they're going to know about Dispel also. All right, so they're going to clear out this first Augur in response to the second. Which puts them to 6. Are they back to 7? All right. So actual counterspell, that's even better. Nice. Upgrade. And I'm just going to hold on. I'm not going to Preordain, because I'd rather cast 2 spells. Shit, Radiant Fountain is so good here. So if I cast Spellstutter Sprite, it forces a Pestilence activation. I think I can find a better spot for that. A ninja would be pretty great here. Sandstorm isn't doing anything. Oh, Geist is pretty good too. Right, Sandstorm can go away, and I'm not going to tuck the bolts. I might be able to get them to 6 here. I'll tuck one of the Hydroblasts. So if I cast this Geist and they kill off Augur in response, they'll be at 6. Alright, maybe they realize they're in trouble. Or maybe they're doing it now. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's just put them to 6. Make them dead. Alright, hope this works. Unless they can gain life at instant speed with the 1 card left in their hand, I think we're good. Alright, navigated that one. Oh, Pestilence. Alright, Sandstorm's out. Relic's in. I think I want to max out on ninjas now. Spellstutter Sprite got a lot worse now that I know that they're Pestilence deck. Accumulated Knowledge was insane. Yeah, we should probably just have all 4 of those in the deck. Hydroblast was medium. And I want at least 1 Echoing Truth in case we need to like clear a Pestilence. This is also good against Mona the Unhallowed. The three bolts were great, obviously. Like they're a non-white Pestilence deck, so their ability to gain life is a lot worse than the Pestilence deck probably should be. Alright, let's battle. Oh no. Oh yeah. I'll bottom that because we have a preordain. I just need to hit a second land drop, and then we're in accumulated knowledge in Augerville. So we have draw step, preordain, and then second turn draw step. We have 5 looks at a second land. Nice, got there real quick. I'm gonna bottom the ponder even though it's good because we have so much card advantage in our hand already that I just want to hit my land drops. Sweet. All right, we're hitting land drops. The great thing about AK being an instant is that we can hold up Spellstutter Spray and just cast AK if they don't do it. What a great card. I don't know what 1-drop they would cast right now. Okay, cool. Now we even have Dispel back up. Moan is so good. Who put this card in Pauper? I'm not going to bolt a zombie yet. I'm hoping to put up a wall of augurs. Let's find another AK. Let's just keep this train running. Bricks. Alright, augur can block 1 of the zombies. If we get a second augur, we can officially ignore zombies for the rest of the game. Spread. Alright, I'll Spellstutter Sprite that. Save the Dispel for something else. Yeah, that was likely to happen. But the result's the same. So if I Dispel Spread, then they just use the Blast. I guess Blast doesn't kill augur. Alright. Pretty close to the same, but not quite. Come on, augur. Oh, Geist. I do like me a Geist. Right. They could Magma Spray this. They're down to 2 cards in hand, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're a land drop away from flashing back mode. No, that's lame. Astrolabe. Right. I'm not going to counter that because I don't want to counter this and then just have my Geist get sprayed. That's just bad business. I'm going to bolt one of these now to take the edge off. They have Talisman. I don't think planning to bolt face when we're currently under attack is a reasonable plan. I get the flashback bone next turn. Ruh-roh. This has gone poorly. If we can bolt this thing though, we're still fine. Augur Ninja, yes, Augur. Augur fixes everything. Find me a bolt. Counterspell right on time. Alright, so we're under the gun from this vampire. Augur's gonna block the zombie. We can counterspell the moan. We're just a red card. We have 5 red cards in the deck to clear vampire. Nice. Even had a Spellstutter ready for this one. Alright, that lined up pretty well. So they're playing like they have Electrickery. They changed their mind. They don't have electric. Come on, Bolt. Bolt stabilizes us here. Like, we go from way behind to way ahead. Alright, so Ninja is going to draw Augur here. That's a good deal. Ninja's also going to pick up another Augur. So we're going to have a lot of Augurs to work with. Right, this is where we start to take over in these wonky games. Alright, so I'll chump Bleak Coven Vampire with Spellstutter Sprite this turn, and block the zombie with Augur. Now it's just about protecting my life total until I can take over with these other things. They're going to be able to resolve Moan this turn though, which sucks. I did have to tap out a counterspell mana to cast the Augur. Electrickery, killing only Augur. How much mana do they have left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah, this is worth it. Because 2 Augurs can work their way through a Moan. They should have just jammed Moan this turn. I was way more worried about this. So they tried to get clever. Never be clever. It's always a mistake. Brainstorm. Oh, that's messed up. Alright, so I'm gonna attack first. I'm gonna draw the AK. And then I can use Augur to shuffle away the land I don't want on top of my deck. Oh, we found a bolt. Alright, we're good. We're back in business, folks. They have 1 card in hand, Moan of the Unhallowed in their graveyard. I should have preordained here, I guess. Like, there's no reason not to. I'm not using that mana for anything else. I will double block this zombie. Alright, they're not interested. AK your pain away. Wow, that was good. I'm just going to push my advantage here. Clear this out so I can connect with Ninja. Yeah, as long as we're ahead on life and like a pestilence isn't that bad. There's the last AK. We got them all. Alright, so I'm gonna save Counterspell for Pestilence here. Echoing Truth can answer Moan. So they can moan their face off if they want here. Resolves. Knowledge. So much knowledge. The full 10 cards of knowledge. That's why I led on knowledge too. I didn't want my truth to get countered. Like, we should be able to win pretty easily from here. Is it control? Doing what it does. Controlling. Is it control? Yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to play relic. And this leaves up counterspell, counterspell. And we can pop relic if we need to, or shred something. So they have one card in hand, and we can cast 2 counterspells. This is how a lot of games end with Izzet control. Like, even if they had the perfect 2 cards in their hand, like if they just Vampiric Tutored twice, it probably doesn't matter. Okay. I'm going to Sprite that. That keeps lethal on board. They will probably concede here. Got him. All right. Time to salvage. 3-1 pity chest. This is my last match for the night, or the morning, I guess. Now afternoon, as of literally right this second. So Izzet control, still doing what it does. Out card advantaging everyone with accumulated knowledge. Who needs Gush? Last one. I'm really impressed by how quick these games have been firing. I know I keep saying that, but it keeps being true. My hand's got a little bit of everything. I'm into it. Alright, Elves is a great matchup. Especially when you can start like this. Game 1 configuration will matter a lot, but as far as best 2 out of 3 go, Izzet control is way ahead. So I'm leaving up Spell Stutter. Like, I could have Augured, I also could have cycled. Like, if I leave up Spell Stutter this turn, yeah, I'm just cracking it off on, like, literally first, whatever, like, everything. Because if I don't counter Fincorn Elves, then they can cast the Lissalana Huntmaster. Alright, now they can almost do that anyway. Let's see, do they have main deck Spider Silk Armor? Oh, Winding Way. Hot new card from Modern Horizons. They chose Creature, and they got a Fincorn Elves off it. Alright, so now I can cycle one of my Ash Barons into a... Ooh. This is close. They have 1 card in hand. Okay. I'm just going to make sure I don't lose by holding up Counterspell here. And then next turn I can bolt their Priest. And we should be good. Like, I would lose to, like, a Distant Melody or Lead the Stampede here. I don't want those things to happen. I don't care about Well-Wisher. Yeah, I'll counter this one. Well-Wisher seems like it matters, but it actually doesn't. Alright, I will take them off in Elf and non-green mana here. Sweet. Alright, so cycle this for another Island. Cast Augur, and I'm going to bolt Priest of Titania. And just hope to fade Lead the Stampede. Just give me a turn to plan for it. Like, look at this Well-Wisher. It's a 1/1 that gains 2 life. Like, if we're going to win, we're going to just take over and win. It doesn't, like, it's not going to be a tight little race. Right, I'm going to fetch before I preordain, in case I want both cards. Ooh, I want both cards. Let's see if they respect Ninja. They do not. Perfect. Right, the elf deck doesn't really have any instants, so Dispel's kind of a brick. Alright, Vanguard's fine. The card in their hand has to be a land or distant melody. Like, they would have cast literally any elf. I can tap my red because I have another AK. Okay. Looking for Revolt. Need myself a bolt. Alright, do they want to trade with my ninja or just let me keep drawing cards? I'm cool with either situation. Alright, AK and ninja both online. Alright, there's Birchler Ranger. If the card in their hand was Distant Melody, they can cast it here and draw 4 cards. So I hope it was a land. I hope my read was correct, that between land and Distant Melody. Nope, it was Melody. Oh, Trinket Mage. Okay. So they're going to get Viridian Longbow, I think. Wow, this card is so much worse than Distant Melody. What if this was Distant Melody? We'd be dead. Yeah, I've seen Trinket Mage in elf decks. Like, I was just looking at some lists, and I don't know about this. I am suspicious of this technology. Now they're deciding if they want to jam Viridian Longbow into Spellstutter Sprite. They don't know 3 of the cards in my hand. I hope they try to play around it. Because I do not have Sprite. Alright, they're not playing around it. That's smart. They shouldn't. Like, it's not going to get better. They know about AK. I'm just going to have more counter spells on future turns. Luckily, we're not a Delver deck, so we care a lot less than normal about Viridian Longbow. Alright. We found ourselves a red card. Let's see if we can find another. Jeez. I'm going to Bolt Trinket Mage. Spread Vanguard. Serve with the team. Then I get to play another. Oh, I'm going to put another ninja in. What am I talking about? I was going to say I could play another Augur, but I can just do this. I can play 2 Augurs next turn. Yes. Yes. There are 7 red cards in the main deck. We've already drawn 5 of them, so that's pretty good. Alright, that doesn't matter. If I can find another counter spell, I'll be pretty happy. Because Counterspell will stop Distant Melody or Lead the Stampede or any such nonsense from happening to me. I'm going to keep this Terramorphic Expanse in hand this time in case I find a Brainstorm, because I'd really like to get rid of these Dispels. Speaking of which, the Dispel's gone. We found the Counterspell. Now we should be able to just turn our creature sideways and defeat this opponent from here. Alright, cool. They were starting to trade off elves for ninjas. That's always a good deal. They didn't even tap Well-Wisher before combat, or before damage. Not interested in the extra life. If I need to counter something with Spell Stutter, I can shoot the Virtual Ranger. Okay, they're trying to clear here, so I can just spread this in response, and that just bricks their whole turn. They might even concede to that. I would. All right, yeah, they conceded. Sweet. Easily controlled the elf deck, and now the matchup gets even worse for them. Because here come the Sandstorms and the Electrickery. And I bring in Echoing Truths to clear out token armies or Spider Silk armor as needed. This spell proved how great it was that game. I think cutting a ninja's fine a lot of the time because they're going to gum up the ground. And this AK package, once again, taking up a lot of space in my deck. But I like it. I'm glad it's there. Red cards are untouchable. Maybe actual counterspell is a little slow. You want to counterspell like one thing each game. Like they usually have like a Lead the Stampede or a Distant Melody or like one important thing that you really need to counter. That can go lower on this screen too, I guess. Alright, this is the deck as it is presented. Alright, so we're on the draw. We have a Lightning Bolt. I'm going to keep this. It obviously needs an island, but it's got a lot of good stuff. It's got the Sandstorm. Turn one Longbow. I don't care about that. I'm just glad it wasn't an elf. That was sick. Drawing the mountain straight up lets us fetch for island, and then we're all set up for the game. Now our goal will be to get 7 cards into our graveyard before we're dead. And that will be the entire match. I love the ability to hold up AK or Spell Stutter. Like, what is it? You don't know. Timberwatch Elf. I can't counter that one, but I'm definitely going to spread the shit out of it. Maybe I should have AK'd and just spread it on my turn. Missing land drops is no fun. Let's brainstorm and find one. Uh-oh, we're dead. We're not actually dead. That was complete hyperbole. But that does suck. So I'm going to bolt this thing before it gets any bigger. Yeah, their hand is kind of anemic. Unless their last card is the Lead the Stampede or Winding Way. Preordain, looking for more lands. Alright, cool. Spread this thing. Alright, now we're pretty well set up. They have 1 card in hand. Alright, Winding Way. How many creatures do you get? 3. Alright, that was a really good Winding Way. Here's that Trinket Mage again. What the shit? What is that even for? The Longbow's already in play. We also have 5 cards in our graveyard already, so we're getting close to that sweet, sweet threshold. equipping. That's fine. Land? Nice. Land is great. Lets us augur and hold up AK. Probably not going to counterspell much of anything this until after the sandstorm. Spell starters probably doesn't really do anything because they have longbow active. It's nice that augur is 3 also, because with ranger they can shoot something twice. Huntmaster, that's fine. The sandstorm is coming. Do. I would have to counter a Relic of Progenitus because if they exile your graveyard in response to Sandstorm, it doesn't do anything. 1, 2, 3. Read the Stampede. Yeah. That's what we were waiting for. Alright, and we are Thresh held now. I guess the question is, do I just crack this off, or do I try to get more things into play? Alright, I'm just going to hold my position here. I can Electrickery, which is pretty close to Swirling Sandstorm. Like, there's no reason to burn off my best card when I'm already winning. Alright, they're aggressively burning me out here. Guess that's a thing you can do. You know what? Get out of here. I could have saved 1 damage there, but let's just clear those out. This makes for a much worse bow holder, because you'd rather be attacking with it. Excuse me. Jeez. Also, killing the Virtual Ranger takes them off blue mana, so this Trinket Mage is just rotting in their hand. I didn't spell stutter that because I'd rather accumulate some knowledge this turn. I should have AK'd before blocks, so I know if I need to chump or not. Alright. Now we're cooking with gas. Guess I should do one of these on my turn. In case I hit a land. Didn't hit a land. Didn't matter. Alright, there's Birchler Ranger. This might trick them into casting the Trinket Mage. The Trinket Mage could get Relic, though. Do they have enough mana to get Relic and equip Longbow? Yes. Alright, shit. So if they don't have Relic. Alright, they just have another Longbow. No sweat. Alright, it's time to clear this out. Sure. And then the Sandstorm, they might just concede to Sandstorm. I know I say that a lot, but there's a lot of unwinnable positions in this format that once you reach them, it's done. Bang. So now they have Viridian Longbow in their hand and Viridian Longbow in play versus 7 cards in hand. We got a counterspell coming. So as long as they don't lead the Stampede right now on this exact turn, we're good. And even then, we're still fine. It'll just take more work. All right, and now they concede. All right, we put up a rock solid 3-2 there. Got our pity chest, got our play points back, and a pauper point for the road. So this deck is still good. We lost to 2 matchups that were historically bad anyway, and we beat 3 matchups that were, or we beat 2 matchups that were historically good, and one that I've never seen before. But this deck is good at just outvaluing random stuff that people are going to play. But that is the stream. That was it. Just popping in for a quick league. So I'm done for the day. If you're watching and haven't hit the follow button, do that now. Also follow me on Twitter at Bosch and Roll. This video will be on YouTube forever. Someone OPK. I think that might have Fairy Seer might have room in the deck as like a 1 or 2 up, just as another 1-drop that supports the fairy plan. But I haven't found a place to fit it in yet. Like maybe it's time to cut. Like these dispels could just be those, or like 1 could be another fairy. Like it's all fine. But thanks for hanging out, everyone. Make sure you follow if you haven't followed. Also check it out on Twitter. Check out my YouTube. All those things exist. And see you next time.